Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be showing you some of the very important Linux shell commands that every Linux user is expected to know. Okay, so let's start. First, let's open up our terminal. Okay. Okay, so the first and one of the most used commands is the cd command. This changes the present working directory to the directory given along with the cd command. So if I give cd desktop, our present working directory becomes the desktop. Okay, so and cd space dot dot will take us back to the outer directory. Okay, so we'll be seeing most of our operations or most of our commands on the desktop itself. So let's go back to the desktop. Okay, so the next command will be the ls command. This gives us a list of all the files, all the folders and all directories that are present in the current working directory. Okay, so ls will give you all the files and folders. So here on our desktop we only have this file called the make file. So that is the list of files on the desktop. We have a few more flavors in the ls command, like ls space -l, which give us the list of files and directories with some more information, like the number of blocks, memory blocks used, the file type, the permission of access, like who has the permission to access the file size, the date on which the file was created or updated, and a few more details. Okay. Another flavor of the ls command is ls-a. This will give us a list of all the invisible files that are there in our present working directory. So if we give ls-a, we get a list of all hidden files. So these are all the hidden files that we have on our desktop. Okay, so the next command is the cat command. The cat helps us view all the contents of the file given. So for example, if I give cat make file, it will give us the contents of the make file. So I'll just open this make file and show it to you. So this is the content and we can view it from the terminal. Okay, yes. So the next command is the wc command. The wc, along with the name of the file, in this case I'm giving make file, will give you the number of lines, the number of words and the number of characters in the given file. So 5 is the number of lines, 19 is the number of words and 160 is the number of characters in this given file. Okay, so the next command is the make directory command, mkdir. This helps us make a new directory in the present working directory. If I give make mkdir Jishnu, it will create a folder or directory named Jishnu. And the command to delete the directory will be rmdir or remove directory Jishnu. The folder will get deleted. One more command is the touch command. This helps you open a blank text editor. If I give touch space Jishnu, it will create a file named Jishnu and the Jishnu will create a blank text editor. Okay, another command is the clear command. This will clear all the contents of your terminal. Okay, your terminal is swept clean. Okay, so the next command is the copy or the cp command. You give the name of the command here, you give the name of the file here, and you give the name of the new file that you want to copy the contents of the make file into. So I'll give it as Jishnu1. Okay, so there's a file created called Jishnu1 in which the contents of my make file are copied into. So as you can see, both the contents are the same. Okay, so that's it, and the next command will be the rename command. The mv, this renames the file that you have. Okay, so the name of our file is Jishnu1. I can give it the name abc. It will change the name of the file to abc. So just the name of the file is changed using this command. Okay, and if you have any problems with the permissions, you can use the sudo. You can use the command as a sudo user, sudo touch here, but still I'm just for the sake of showing, sudo touch qwer. It will create a file named qwer. Okay, see, it gives us as a read-only file because it's created with sudo. And now to open a file, you can give a gedit command, gedit Jishnu. Okay, so if I just do gedit Jishnu, it will open the file Jishnu. Okay, and if I try the same thing with sudo gedit qwer, it will not let me do it. So if I write anything in this like hello or something, it will not let me save anything because it's opened as a read-only file, because we created the file as a sudo user, and any other normal user will not be able to use it. Okay, even if I do, it will not let me save. The save button is also disabled here. Okay, I just close it. I can't save. I'll have to do close without saving. If I do sudo gedit qwer, it will open as an editable file. See, it doesn't say read only. I can just say hello and save it, and it is saved, and it is also given here in the terminal that the file has been edited or changed. Okay, actually whenever you give a sudo, it asks you for your password, but here I've already in as a sudo user, so it's not asking me. I can close the terminal and open a new terminal and show it to you. If I give sudo touch Jishnu123, it will ask me for password. Touch Jishnu123, it will ask me for the password, and only if I enter the right password, it will create a file for me. Oh, I've entered the wrong password. As you can see, it didn't create any file. If I enter the right password, the file is created with read-only permission. Only if I give the command sudo while opening the file, I can make changes to the file. Okay, so that's it for the day. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or clarifications, please let me know in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.